You shock high-ranked people. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, you shock high-ranked people. I need somebody to drop in the comments and say, I'm high-ranked. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I'm high-ranked. Now, the reason why I want you to say this is because it's very similar to law of attraction, right? You're not going to see too many millionaires with thousandaires of people who are broke, all right? I'm not being funny, but that's just how it is. You're not going to see too many billionaires with millionaires unless they are in the deca millions or 100 millions, right? But the point of what I'm making is that if you got high-ranked people looking at you and they're shocked, they're startled, they're amazed, what does that say about you? You must be high-ranked. But see, going back to the millionaire, just like you have a millionaire who's good, guess what? You also got a millionaire who's bad. Just like you got a billionaire who's good, you also got a billionaire who's bad. And see, just like those high-ranked people, they're evil. You are good, right? You're righteous, they're unrighteous. It does not mean, and I repeat, it does not mean that you are better than them, but just take it like this, y'all. The people who got to those high places, they had to do some conniving, evil, nasty things. Yeah. And it typically takes away their morals. It takes away who they are. In essence, it takes away the true love about themselves. It takes away the integrity and dignity. And they're sitting there looking at you like, you got it. And you didn't even have to go as far as I did just to get to where I am. This is why they're shocked, right? And also going to be one of my points that I'm going to speak on, but understand what I'm saying, y'all. You are shocking high-ranked people. If they were so high-ranked and so important and so significant, why are they worried about you if you ain't high-ranked? Understand what I'm saying, y'all. And this is why I preach so much. Know who you are. Know who you are. Know who you are. Know where you're going. Know where you're going. Know where you're going. Because you're looking at how high they sit and what they have on the throne, and they're looking at how high you're going to go and what you had to do. Or let me just say it like this, y'all. You didn't have to do the same things they did to get your throne and sit on your throne. Are you following what I'm saying, y'all? They looking at your integrity, your dignity. Once again, y'all, say it with me. All the things money can't buy. All the things that money can't buy. You got that rich mentality and they're still seeking. That's because they have a poverty mindset. Not because they're broken their accounts, but they're broken their spirit. Yeah. Somebody drop in the comments and say your spirit broke. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say your spirit broke. This is why I say you shocked high-ranked people, supervisors, bosses, multimillionaires, people who got hundreds of thousands and millions of followers, people who have way more than you, but they still paying attention to little old you. But are little old you really little? Or is you the big one, right? Yeah, y'all, you the big one. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. I'm the big one. Yeah, y'all. But we're going to go ahead and get directly into this video. Okay, we got some major points to hit. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned in to the very end of this video. Yes, family, we are right here in front of the legendary Great Couch. Anytime I'm in front of the legendary Great Couch, y'all, something legendary going to be said. And that's just how that go, all right? Of course, y'all, I'm sending nothing but love, peace, and prosperity to the family. Okay, I was thinking about going outside to do some content, and I said, boy, it is brick out here. And I said, nah, we can't do it. Even my dog don't want to go outside and go use the bathroom. And it's a dog, all right? But, yeah, y'all, it's cold out there. So, yeah, you see I got the hoodie on. And, yeah, we got to do inside content today. But other than that, y'all, that's what I got going on. I had some hot cocoa today, all right? Bagel and some mixed berry cream cheese to go on my bagel. Yeah, I haven't ate nothing really all day, y'all, but that's what's going on with me anyway. Y'all drop in the comments and let me know how y'all doing. And we're going to go ahead and get directly into it. Make sure you leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Let's get right into this banger, y'all. Number one, first thing is first. The reason why you shock high-ranked people is because you make something out of nothing. You make something out of nothing. All right. Listen, y'all, a lot of times these celebrities you see on TV, these social media influencers, these people who are connected to high powered people, high powered places, those who got all the resources, the opportunities, the money, those who have everything, they were blessed into it. All right. They were blessed into it. I'm going to just use examples. This ain't no diss, nothing like that. But you take a person like T.I. son, King, the money, all them. They were blessed into it. Once again, this is not a diss. This is the reality. They were blessed into it. Now, some people take advantage of their situation and they're still humble and they don't try to, little me. I'm sorry, y'all, little you, big me situation you. But most people get blessed into it and they act like they work hard to get there instead of saying, hey, man, you know what? I was just blessed to be in a situation, and I just took advantage of my situation. That's it. I'm not saying I'm better than you or you better than me. I'm just taking advantage of my situation. Some people handle it like that. Take, for instance, Jay-Z kids. They were blessed into the situation. Kanye West kids. They were blessed into the situation, right? Will Smith kids, they were blessed into the situation. Here's the thing, y'all. A lot of times when people, kids, even adults, are blessed into a situation, nepotism. Yeah, y'all, we're going to say that once again, nepotism. When they are blessed into a situation of nepotism, most times they don't work hard to get there. Most times they don't understand how to appreciate it. Most times they don't understand how to manage their resources and manage what they have. So guess what? They are making nothing out of something, right? They are making nothing out of something. Take them to the studio, music trash, all right? They have all the tools to write a book and get it published. Matter of fact, they got writers, trash. They have high quality cameras, high quality microphones. They got everything to produce a set, produce a movie, produce whatever, music video, whatever they want to do. Trash. You know why? Because they're making nothing out of something. They were blessed with everything. Therefore, they appreciate nothing. But you come from the mud. Yeah, you come from the bottom. You come from little. You come from not much. Therefore, you are able to make something out of nothing, right? Y'all remember when we were kids? And I know we got different eras on here. We got the 70s on here. We got 80s, 90s, right? But just think about when you was a child. Visualize with me, y'all. When we didn't have anything in the kitchen, what did we do? We made something out of nothing. So if you just had bread and some syrup, guess what? Syrup sandwiches. If all you had was eggs and bread, egg sandwich. Okay, if all you had was some sardines and bread, sardine sandwich. All right? And drop in the comments if I missed a struggle meal, right? I know for me, I had noodles and sausages. Guess what, y'all? I put that thing together, made me some noodles and sausages. That was my meal. I made something out of nothing. What I'm saying, y'all, is that these high-ranked people be having so much and they still turn out to make nothing out of something. They had everything, but they were not able to produce because they didn't have talent. They don't have a gift. They don't have the same drive you have or the work ethic because everything was given to them. And so they see a person who come from nothing, like a Fantasia who got on that American Idol and tore him up, right? Michael Jackson who came from nothing. See, most times it's the people who come from nothing who end up gaining everything because they seen little. Therefore, they were able to gain much. Number 2 is going to be this right here, y'all. They have everything but your gift. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, they have everything but your gift. You know that person who you went to school with who got the J's, they got the Nikes, you know what I'm saying, the Timberlands, depending on what era you came in. Maybe they had the Jabos, they had the Coogis, they had all the nice clothes, y'all, the Rockaway, whatever the case was. They had everything. And here you are coming to school with Bobos. Yep. What you call it, y'all? Bobos. They cost $1.99. Bobos. They got your feet feeling fine. Right? Listen, y'all. You didn't have much. But guess what? As you grew older, you learned how to make the best out of it. See, that person who you was looking at, they had everything. Right? And they still couldn't wear the Coogis right. They still couldn't wear the Air Force Ones right. They still couldn't wear the Chuck Taylors right. They couldn't even do it right. They had everything but your gift. See, somehow you were able to have friends. Somehow you were able to have that gravitational spirit. Somehow the teacher liked you. Somehow everybody appreciated your presence. Somehow people liked you and they had way more than you. They had everything but your gift. There was a man who had to spend Thanksgiving, or I want to say New Year's, by himself. Yeah, by himself. He had everything, but he didn't have family. He didn't have people. He didn't have friends. He had no one, I think, but one person who wanted to spend Thanksgiving or New Year's. It was a holiday. They wanted to spend that time with him. That was the only person, right? But guess what? He had everything but their gift. See, what I'm trying to get you to understand is, y'all, is that sometimes a person can have the mansion. They can have the following. They can have everything. But what they don't have is your gift. Yeah, they can't command a room like you. Yeah, they can't have people gravitating towards them the way that you do. Yeah, they don't have the ability to utilize their voice and capture the room's attention. They don't have the gift that you have. They got everything else but that. That's why you may see the girl go to the guy who has the personality, the natural charisma, the natural swag, everything that's natural, right? But the guy who has the money, the car, the clothes, she leave the guy with all the resources and go for him. Yeah, regular old Tim, regular old Rodney. Yeah, and she leave flashy fam over there. Yeah, she leave flashy Finagle over there, right? Fernando. We're going to call him Fernando. But the point is, y'all, is that it all came because Fernando had everything but Rodney's gift. And it's the gift that everybody is attracting to. When you go to a tree, you go to it for its fruit. You don't go to it because it's a nice, beautiful tree. Everybody come to you for your fruit. They don't have a fruit to bear. Even the scripture says, know them by their fruits. They're not bearing any. You bear plenty. And that's why people attract to you. All right. Number 3 is going to be this right here, y'all. They kissed butt to get there. Okay. They kissed butt to get there. Yeah, y'all. They kissed a lot of booty to get to where they are. When you see a lot of these people on television, it's not because they worked so hard and they were so talented. They had the best gift in the world, right? I mean, Cat Williams pretty much sprayed everything on that Shannon Sharpe interview in 2024. But it's not because they can sing the best out of everybody. Do you know how many people? Go to your local church and look at how many women and men can sing. Yeah. Look at a college, a school, even the people at the family reunion. Look at how many people can sing. It's not because of your talent. Some people kiss that butt. And guess what? You can even look on your job. Yeah, the person who's like the boss's pet, they telling on everybody, snitching on everybody. They take their job more serious than what it should be taken. Just think about that. Understand what I'm saying, y'all. A lot of times people get to where they are is because they kissed butt to get there. But guess what? When it comes to you, they look at you like, you ain't got to do none of what I just did, and you shock them, okay? You don't go into a room acting overly confident or cocky, right? You come in confident, and you come in knowing who you are, knowing where you're going, but you're very humble and modest. You're very humble and modest. And so when they look at you, they're very shocked because they see that you're not kissing butt to get to where you are. I was just watching an interview by Alex Thomas. He said that a lot of women sleep their way to the top in Hollywood. We done seen the Kim Kardashians. We done seen, the Chynas. We done seen a lot of, women do this in terms of trying to sleep their way to the top. He said a lot of them end up getting effed and effed over. Yeah, a lot of them end up getting effed and effed over, meaning it don't work for everybody. Everybody ain't a Kim Kardashian. Everybody ain't a Chyna. Everybody ain't this one over here. A J-Lo. Everybody ain't that. But what I want you to understand is, y'all, is that the people who had to pretty much sell their soul, when they look at a person who don't got to sell their soul, it hurts them Because what happens is you end up sitting at the same tables, entering the same rooms that they're in. The only difference is they lost their integrity. You got to keep yours. Number 4, you have the heart of a lion. Okay? You have the heart of a lion. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. I'm brave-hearted. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say I'm brave-hearted. This is what you have. And so what this means is that you're willing to walk in any room like you own it. You're willing to have conversations with certain people who have way more than you. Do you know some people are afraid to have conversations with certain bosses? They are afraid to have certain conversations with people who are in position. They are afraid. You are brave-hearted. Not only that, but you're willing to speak your mind. You're willing to say what's on your heart. You are willing to move forward with your authentic self without caring about what everybody else think, their opinions of you, and how they feel about you. You don't care about it. That inspires them. Understand that, y'all. That inspires them. Going right back to the celebrity who's up on a record label, or they're connected to this 360 deal. They are connected to these people, whomever those people are, right? Therefore, they have to think about them, but versus the celebrity who's independent. I ain't saying you want to go out here and be a butthole, but you don't really have much at stake. I'm not saying that in a good or bad way, but what I am saying is you have freedom. And so you can't truly have peace if you don't have freedom, right? If you don't have freedom, you can't have peace. The point is, y'all, is this right here. You have the heart of a lion. They worry about what these people going to say to them when they post certain things. They worry about what these people going to say to them when they wear certain things. They worry about what these people going to say to them when they decide to change directions, whether they want to go from secular music to Christian rap, right? Whether they want to go from being an actor for Hollywood and being an actor for Christianity, whether they want to be, something different than what the norm is. Whatever the case is, it takes you having the heart of a lion to do that. Everybody is not willing, and everybody don't have that ability. And that is what shocked those high-ranked people, because they wish they can move as freely as you. Yeah. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I have freedom. Number 5 is going to be this right here, y'all. You are happy with the little things in life. Okay? You are happy with the little things in life. Will Smith once said this right here. I'm not going to take this brother quote. Y'all know me. I will give credit when credit is due. But he said that you have cliff top and you have rock bottom. Right? You have cliff top and you have rock bottom. Everything else is within between, right? Rock bottom is when you are still looking for who you are. You are still in a position to where you don't have much to lose, but you're not happy there. You're at rock bottom, right? You can find happiness there, but most time when people are at rock bottom, they're looking for who they are. They're looking for how to leave it. They're looking for all the things that money can buy, right? Then you get the cliff top. This is when you have found everything, attained everything, attracted everything in your life. You've had all the sex. You've had every woman, every man. You've had all the food. You've went around the country 5, 10 times over, all right? But guess what? You still looking for you. You're still looking for you. When you get to a point where you can be happy with the little things in life, whether you are at rock bottom or whether you are at cliff top, you become powerful. And those people who got the mansions, those people who got the following, those people who got the money, those people who got the connection, those people who have the opportunities, those people who get to travel, those people who get to live their life on demand, don't got nothing on you, because you can appreciate a small slice of bread. You can appreciate the fact that your kid said, I love you. You can appreciate the fact that your mom is still living. You can appreciate the fact that you still have life and breath in your body. You can appreciate the small things. You can appreciate the fact that you get to take out time for yourself and you don't have to ask nobody. What I'm saying is, y'all, is that some people still can't appreciate the little things in life. like I have loved ones, like I have love for myself, like God woke me up this morning. He ain't done working on me. Some people can't find peace within themselves because they're constantly living in chaos. They are constantly living in chaos. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? You are happy with the little things in life. And that in itself is powerful enough to shock high-ranked people. That's why a lot of high-ranked people want to be around regular people. Yeah, high-ranked people want to be around regular people. After they live the lifestyle, they get the supermodel, they get the man with the money, they get the man with the power, they get the woman who's on Vogue magazine, yeah, all that, y'all. Once they're done living that fairy tale, they want to get back to regular people. They want to go back to grandmama's house and eat that cornbread. Yeah, eat that dressing. They want to go back to auntie house. They want to go back to mama, right? Even myself, okay, I'm not saying I'm the biggest celebrity in the world, right? I look at myself as a regular person. But one thing that makes me feel good and make me feel like, man, I'm grounded, right? The thing that ground me is when I go back home to my mama's. Right? Whether I'm going back to Douglas to grandmama house or when I go back to my mama house in Fort Valley. Either way it go, it makes me feel grounded. It makes me appreciate where I am. It makes me appreciate the little things that I already have accomplished and have. That's why I say at rock bottom, you're still trying to find yourself and you're still trying to find happiness in being that low. But at cliff top, nothing changed. It's very similar. You're still trying to find yourself and find appreciation in the things that you do have, right? That's why I say when you become happy with the little things in life, a person who got everything don't got nothing on you. Does that make sense, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. But yes, you shock high-ranked people, all right? With that being said, y'all, we'll do a recap and then we'll conclude this video. Number one, you make something out of nothing. Number two, they have everything but your gift. Number three, they kiss butt to get there. Number four, you have the heart of a lion. And number five, y'all, you're happy with the little things in life, okay? I hope this was able to touch your soul because understand is real, y'all. With that being said, y'all already know how we do. Y'all make sure y'all go over to the Rich Mentality Academy. Be sure to join the membership. Go meet your tribe. Y'all also be sure to get you a book a one-on-one session with your boy, or y'all can get one of those Yes Sir t-shirts. But I'm going to, actually a Yes Sir hoodie, right? Because it's getting cold out here, y'all. Got to protect the head, got to protect the body. Get you a Yes Sir hoodie. But with that being said, family, I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.